Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I already recorded some footage of this, but the audio on it was absolutely horrible. There was an echo to it, so just gonna have to skip the setting up part. So I've got a VirtualBox running on my laptop. I've got two virtual machines set up, one for Windows XP, one for Windows 3.1. Windows XP is set up for programming a couple of different types of radios. I don't need to go too much into detail on that. So that's now started up. It's just warning me the computer might be at risk, but there's nothing to worry about here because this is isolated from my network and won't in fact get infected with anything unless I bring it in some other way. So I've got my Anytone and TYT-MD380, both DMRs are set up for programming on this. I've also got on here the programming software for the Motorola GP340Ex, and it does actually work, assuming the radio is powered up, which I don't think it is. It isn't, so I'll have to wait for this to time out. There we go, let's try that again. There we go. Now I'm doing the same thing as I do with my desktop computer regards the programming cable for the Motorola, because that's a prolific chip in there and they are an absolute pain to set up on Windows systems sometimes. So the virtual machine is seeing that like it's just a real COM port rather than a USB device. So this should be all as the radio is. So I'll just click on a random channel, for instance. So I can change things in here that are changeable. So there we go. And what I'm going to do as well is, just to prove that this thing should write the radio as well, I'm going to add another channel. I shouldn't technically by rights be doing what I'm about to do, but I'm going to do it anyway, just to prove that it will actually program. So don't do what I'm doing. So just going through the thing to verify it'll take the thing, programming, and the radio has in fact rebooted, which is good. So I'm just going to leave that on there. So I'll turn this encoder to channel 11, which is somewhere down here. I think that's 11. So I just need something that can listen to PMR 446. Most of my radios are programmed that they can. I'll be removing this straight away. Yeah, that's transmitting fine. Don't need to show you that. So that's written that to the radio. And if I knock this encoder on the radio one more step, that's sounding the tone as it's not actually got anything programmed there. So I'm going to delete that now because I don't need it. That was just to show that it would write it. And I'm going to close that off, and we're going to write again to the radio. Always asks if you want to do that. So I'm just waiting for the radio to reboot. Yep, it has, and the channel's now empty. Rotate that round, turn that off. So we know this works. Now I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to shut this down because I can use this thing. Save changes to COM2 port. No. So we don't need that. So I've got another virtual machine set up, Windows 3.1, which will start up at MS-DOS, but it won't start Windows automatically because I need to change that so that it would be in the autoexec bat file. Go into the Windows directory, and there we go. Got no audio set up on Windows 3.1 because I don't need it. I just automatically installed it on XP because it's somehow compatible. Now I have to go into File Manager because I haven't set up a let's try that again. A place to put that. That'll warn me it can't get the COM port, but that's fine because I've not got a COM port set up. So I can't show you this one reading and writing. I'll have to show you that in a different video. But it didn't take me long to set up MS-DOS and Windows because it just involved changing virtual floppy disks over. So I'm just going to close this off now because we don't need it. But that's the setup I've got on my laptop now. And usually when you power one of these off, you have to close Windows first and then close that like that. Because in MS-DOS you can just switch it off. That's how it was back in those days. So I'll have to set up the serial port. What I've done for the GP340Ex, I'll show you this. We'll go into settings, and then serial ports. We're going port 2. I've not enabled it on port 1 because COM1 is usually reserved to something else anyway. It's currently, so to set that up, it's host device and the path to the device, which is dev TTY USB 0. If we look in here, you can see it there, dev TTY USB 0. That's if I do this command, listing the device directory, or ls/dv, and it's this one here. If I was to unplug that, then that would disappear, and also it would cause this Windows XP virtual machine to have a hissy fit when I try and start it up. That's basically that. Now there was video of me going through the whole process of setting it up, but because I've already done it, and that video was ruined by the fact that there was a echo on the audio, which would have been quite annoying when you're watching it, I decided this nice quick one would do instead. So I hope that was of some use. Trying to get stuff out, it's difficult given the circumstances. So I thought I'd do this, and the audio is probably sounding absolutely terrible because I'm using a mobile phone headset, because that's all I've really got at the moment that I can plug into here. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one, and 7.3 for now.